I gotta speak. Uh, I gotta speak. I gotta keep the social media going. I gotta keep it all going, even though I'm invisible. We working here. You know, I learned something about. I learned something precious about this moment that Job would have had another. He would have had to have another book in the Bible to explain this. So you better get ready for this one, I guess. I need to quit putting that, I guess, at the end of it. But it was a part when this first started, God said, you want to go to work while I finish this and fix this for you? Or do you want to, I said, I want to watch it. He asked me if I want to do something. I said, I want to observe these people who've been attacking me and doing me so wrong. The guy had already told me a few people, and I was shocked at these particular individuals that was doing me so wrong. But then we go into spiritual court. This is that part that Job had to wait for. In this spiritual court, y'all, every single person who's involved, I'm finna bring it from the spiritual to the physical, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna be like, what is going on? Like in the physical, you don't see nothing being worked out. In the physical, you don't notice nothing being working out. In the physical, everything is so well hidden. And I seen a unity in this corruptness that was so unbelievable. It absolutely blew my top off. I didn't think black folks can unify. You go on the street, you go on any block, you say, we gotta unify, and they say, black people never unify. Now I know that them same people working with an organization to make sure that our people don't unify. So you watch your mouth out there in them streets. If you one of them main one to say black people never unify. Because I know you can unify. I know for a fact you can unify. You unify to cripple my life. Oh, this organization was in it. This was, you don't understand. No, you don't understand. Ain't nobody over God, and nobody got the power to alter nobody's life. Now you understand that. Nobody got the right to play God in another person's life. Nobody. Freshman. You know who I'm talking to out there. It's your nickname, Freshman. Just because you're in a certain seat, you feel like you can alter somebody's life. Nobody but God. You mess with a whole frequency. God teaching me this wave thing, and it's amazing. And I'm watching the waves fade in and fade out. Somebody took my wave in my life. Somebody took my life. Somebody took my wave. Somebody sold their soul, changed the waves up, dropped the frequency in the waves of my life. And me and God just are going around in circle. We fishing the wave. It's like God is pulling me out of hell itself. My Father is pulling me out of hell itself. I'm talking about out of the pits of Hades into the purgatory, back in the earth. I'm talking about pulling me out of hell itself, and I'm watching these waves. And I'm watching the frequencies in the waves. The frequency within the waves. Each frequency is vitally important. That's why you got your devil wave. That would be a frequency in the part of the wave, right? Coming out of that. Think about it. You coming out of Hades, you going through purgatory, coming out of purgatory, getting back in the earth, you'll be coming out of the devil mode, right? You'll be coming out of dark night of the soul. But I noticed something. I was like, these people not recognize. I'm thinking like, when I'm getting this information, at first I was like, attack. It's time to attack, God. I got it. I know who did it. And you can just rest assured, and I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here, because these suckers ain't ready for me. I know most of them. I can clean them up myself. God was like, chill, you ain't even supposed to be that kind of person. I was like, huh? I'm not supposed to be that kind of person? Really? He said, you ain't supposed to be really bad at all. That's what God told me, right? So I'm looking into this situation more deeper with God. I'm showing y'all that I got God. You can hear that I got God. But what's leaving me so baffled is this group of people. There was groups on social media. There was groups in the industry. There was groups in the law system. There was groups in the hospitals. There was groups in the legal system. It was just groups everywhere, and the unity amongst these people was absolutely superb. And then I was asking myself, when I was doing the previous lectures, and I was watching cars, and I was watching spiritualists, and I was watching just different people and getting these messages, and then I realized a certain group on here starting to move alike. And I was like, how dare y'all sacrifice? Who gave you the right to sacrifice a high priest? Oh, but we didn't. I could feel it in their heart of hearts. Oh, we didn't know that you was a high priestess. I said that too, and I let it go, and I let it slide. I said, they absolutely right. They didn't know I was a high priestess. Something ain't right. They didn't know, po thing. They just walked into it. No, you did know. I had to realize that. You know how I knew you know? Because of this entombment that you put me in. Because of the black magic you was doing. Because of the hair magic you was doing. The candle magic you were doing. The altar magic you were doing. Dealing with the legal system. Destiny swapping. Changing birth certificates. You knew. Oh, you more than knew. Now, I want to know from you, who gave you the right? Now, you done went beyond sacrificing a human being. You done went beyond. The stupidity is through the roof. Y'all out there stealing Bibles, for God's sake. Come on now. And even if it's celebrities, even if it's so rich people, wealthy people, it's still, y'all still look like me. And the people who probably helped fund you, that's another nationality, standing behind you, looking at you, it's like they got another bet going on behind you. They got another bet going on, because it's like their bet is we elite. How do elite work? They telling the young elitists, sit back and watch what's gonna happen to these people for sacrificing the high priestess. Stay out of the energy. Trust me, you're gonna wanna see this. So they got a real bet going on. It's real, man. It's probably gold bars in that bet. And they sitting back and telling, they done told everybody that these group of people gonna get sick. These group of people gonna wish they were dead. These group of people gonna die. They probably saying all kind of stuff, right? All right. So I'm looking at these people. These are my people. Y'all don't know what, obviously, you say you didn't know. It don't matter if you didn't know or not. When you found out, you should have bailed out. Not only should you bailed out, you should have made sure that everybody else bailed out, and you should have made sure that this stopped immediately. This is the kind of stuff, and these are the kind of moves that make my people look really, 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 really bad, because these opportunities to prevent don't come around often. I know how it is. You think somebody gave you something, you think you finna get a good hustle, hit a good lick. Oh, it's a high priest, but he worked. High priest, oh, I can see your card readers, I can see your spiritual sound, the little group, organization, whatever y'all was. Like I said, whatever y'all was. Like I said, whatever y'all was. You know what I'm saying? I can see y'all down when somebody told you high priest. Oh, I ain't messing with no high priest. But then they show you the check that belonged to this high priest. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Do you know God worked through high priestess? Are you not listening to your cards? Are you not listening to your energy? Do you know that them are God's vessels? They are worth more than the check that you saw. You still supposed to say, don't show me that check. You losers did it anyway. Now death haunts your house. Death follow you around. And I was sitting here telling myself, like, things look normal, but I know it's not normal. Because when I went to spiritual court, 82 people at least was involved in this, at the least. But it was a lot more. 82 people that I knew. It's a lot more. It's other people that's deeper that I ain't no point of me really knowing about them, but I do know about them too. It's a list like dominoes lined up. It's a list of people lined up like dominoes. It's a list of people lined up like dominoes. And I'm telling y'all, in the spiritual court, I heard people, seen people, and lovers that supposed to came, and lovers that was supposed to be lovers to me, and lovers that was paid to not be lovers to me. I seen beyond that. I seen their lovers. I seen friends and families in this spiritual court. So watch this. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all knew. This is the part Job never told, because I don't know if Job knew. He could have known it, because when I wanted to know it, God was like, you don't want to see that part. I said, I want to see that part. But once I put my foot in my mouth, once God said, okay, cut it on so he can see the part and understand this part, it was no bailing out. I tried. I wanted to go get a job. I cried. And God, I sat on the floor, cried, balled up, Indian style. It didn't work no matter how I suffered. I signed the contract with God, so I had to deal with it. And God showed me all these people. Now watch this. This high priest or high priestess must die. If this person don't die, y'all are all so in trouble, right? But this process that y'all utilize is so solid. You just knew it was gonna work. That's how you also knew that this was a high priest or high priestess, because you done it before. You don't put up that many walls for no normal human. You put up that many walls for an angel. You entomb an angel. And why in the world did the vast majority of y'all had to look like me? I don't know. It's just so disgustingly embarrassing. Some of y'all celebrities. They're getting your name over there. Some of y'all falling ill and getting sick and don't know why, and you shouldn't even be ill and sick. Because you got this game over here. Y'all must have successfully sacrificed some high priests and high priestess. And God is truly upset. That's why I sit so high in this physical. Because it's an honor to let God take this physical, take this vessel, it's his vessel, and use it however he see fit to. Y'all ought to be ashamed of y'allself. And what did y'all get out of it? It don't matter if you got the money. Y'all done got the contaminated, y'all ill, you're sick in the head, you got all this stuff wrong with you. I know, because I got a loved one in my family that I should be able to go up to, and she hugged me and we show love to each other, but she is so out of her mind. She is so absolutely out of her mind. And y'all going in the same direction. I know, because I got another person that was supposed to love me. Which was a flame in her mind, going in and out like the lover that was like the loved one that was supposed to love me. That's a lot older than me. Her mind, the flame mind, going in and out, but this person's mind has already made his mind up to no longer go in and out. I can see the transition for the decisions. You ain't got away with nothing. You wasn't getting away with nothing. The best thing that y'all got right now is laugh and giggles. You can't even come up with a good conversation. You can't even recognize your mind deteriorating. Now watch this. So I'm watching these high priests and I know y'all knew this was a high priest and high priestess. I know for a fact y'all knew this was a high priest and high priestess. Because of everything y'all went through, all the moves y'all made just to see. But here, watch this. This is how you know God here. I said, God, how can you beat such mountains? How can you beat such distortion? How can I do this by myself? And God said, all you got to do is stand in your higher self, and you let me take care of it from there. So let's say y'all are hiding it, but I see good just with my physical eyes. And my third eye, when I got all three of my eyes, I see better than my third eye. And then the third ear is working, even though you try to shut it down. I'm telling you, that's how I knew. That's how I knew. Because y'all already know the consequences and the repercussions, and you know how to prep and prepare for it. Shame on you. But God told me to stand in my higher self. And get this, watch this. Y'all, one of y'all main goals to accomplish in this situation is to make sure, and y'all probably never knew that, is to make sure I don't stand in my higher self. To me, you can't just elevate. To me, you can't just heal yourself. Oh, no, no, no. Not when they entomb you like this right here. You got to stand in your higher self, and you got to tear all that apart from the inside out. Oh, you got the money? Well, you ain't going to feel good with the money. And guarantee that. You're going to always be looking over your shoulders. You're going to always have an issue to have to deal with. You're going to always have a problem. You're going to always have unexpected issues, period. Y'all ought to be ashamed of y'allselves. Why would you want to kidnap? Understand why God even birthed high priestesses and high priests here in the first place. You sitting there trying to copy and paste everything I'm making and thinking that the Bible is the reason what God made me. But God don't even give us the information. He don't even give us the truth of why he made us until we reach that destination. So all y'all did was stole y'all own graveyard. Buried yourselves. You thinking we got the Bible, we got the book, and now we just need the money. You ain't getting nothing. Even if you already got it, you ain't gonna even enjoy it. And then some people were like, we can't let him get up because we won't never have no money if he get up. No, idiot. If you would have let me got up, you would have had more than money. If you would have supported me, you wouldn't be sick with money. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. When my grandpa built this place and the money went into the right hands, he put people in the projects. It was people in the projects and it was people on land. When the people in the projects knew how to be more disciplined with themselves, he gave them land and a home to live in. And they helped support and take care of the land. And that's how it kept on rotating. Or what, they got you a car? They got you a couple TVs, they got you a couple phones, and then they made sure that you could cheat and do drugs and make sure you kill yourself real slow. That's embarrassing. We didn't come here to break folks. We didn't come here to kill folks. We came here to grow folks. We came here to heal folks. High priests are delicate. High priests are very difficult to create. They like angels. If they're not angels, they might as well be angels. Some even stronger than angels from what I hear. You think God put that much work in so you can sacrifice them? And you can go buy you a car and a couple TVs? You decapitating evolution. That book wasn't even the beginning. That guitar wasn't even the beginning. Them dances, them singing, that wasn't even the beginning. You just keep on decapitating evolution. Like I said, I keep saying this. Bruce Lee was a great fighter, but to me, he was a smarter physician. I actually Bruce Lee had a recipe and vitamin. I couldn't never get my body to balance out right because at this time I was boxing, I think, in Atlanta. I couldn't never get my body to get right. It wasn't doing right. So I looked up Bruce Lee, how he eat and stuff, and he had a whole recipe on vitamins and nutrients. And I applied that to my life, and immediately my body started coming back to life, about like Dr. Sebi itself. And that's why I tell you, that's the Christ chakra, that's the Christ chakra. Bruce Lee could have easily been Jesus. Easily. Who put up this mess to make sure that we sacrifice Jesus Christ? And how much longer must it go on? I understand the bottles. I understand the boxes. But I don't think you're supposed to torture these people. I think these people are supposed to have a struggle for so long to wake up their gifts. But this is torture. You torture these people to the point where you can sit back at a stadium and literally watch them die. Shame on y'all. That's why I said Jesus done been here in many forms. We all need to sit back and ask ourselves, how many times did we kill him? All of us, including myself. Jesus done came here in many forms. This is my father home. This my father on earth. So I can pretty much guarantee Jesus done came here. Buddha was Jesus, you might as well say. Even though Buddha has his own place in the spiritual, all them people that done came through, did you get the message? They all gave the same message. I'm telling you, Jesus done came through here in every nationality face. I can guarantee you that. And still to this day, what are we doing about it? We're doing him the same way that we did to him when it came down to Jesus and Barabbas. Crucify him. Give us that rapist display man. Yeah, I ain't trying to be funny on that. But, you know, why would you do that, right? As good as a person Jesus was, as great as a person Jesus was, as outstanding of a person Jesus was, this man was healing the cripple. This man healed the blind. This man can make your arms straight, make your limbs straight. What will possess the human minds to choose Barabbas? Let's be real about it now. What will possess the human mind to choose Barabbas over Jesus? And it wasn't that moment in time. Oh, Barabbas, y'all, he was a party animal. He was a happy rapist. He probably was a happy killer. He probably was a happy addict. And happily, like y'all do today, chose Barabbas over Jesus. That's why I tell y'all now, this time, it ain't gonna just affect my people. It's gonna affect the whole world if we don't get it right. But I'm sure we're working on it now. But that's how it was. That's how it will be this time. Last time it affected pretty much just my people. This time it's gonna affect all people. Because this time it's in a situation where everybody had to make a choice together. Now, I know this message is rough. I really wasn't looking for doing one today, but it was put on my heart that I need to do something. So, here you go. But, so like I said, that's how I know y'all knew that the person that y'all did this to was a high priest or high priestess. And that's how I also know the part that Job never got to tell. Because in the spiritual courts right now, watch this. In the spiritual courts right now, I'm seeing all these people lined up. I'm gonna just say it's 52 of them. I see all these people lined up in a spiritual court. But I also see myself in the spiritual court. And somehow, if I start descending, somehow, if I start hurting myself, now all these people are doing good in the physical that I know of. All these people are doing absolutely wonderful in the physical. Let's just say that. But I'm the one that everybody's going against. I'm the one up there that's got God for a lawyer. It's me and God up here. Okay? I did something wrong up here at the court thing. Let's just say that, looking at it like courts. And all these 52 people is sitting there, standing there in a line. That's like, sitting like you sit in a courtroom. And for some apparent reason, everything is riding on whether I ascend or descend. Thank God I noticed that. And that's why Job had to sit there and continue to do right. That's why God made sure Job sat there and did right. Well, Job had to make sure himself too as well. But God made sure Job was doing right, continue to do right. No matter what I take from you, no matter how much hard come to you, make sure you continue to do right, because he was going through a spiritual court. I'm showing this to y'all now. I'm bringing it from the spiritual and showing it to you in the physical now. I'm sure when Job was going through all this, these people treated him bad while he was down. But I'm telling you, the energy is shifting. Now watch this. So I'm up in the courtroom, and it's like it's vitally important on whether or not I ascend or descend. That's why they put these experiments in the way for me. That's why they put this stuff in the way for me. And it's legally can be done. Am I gonna make the right decision or the wrong decision? And if I mistakenly make the wrong decision, I can see myself start descending. And then I can see this crowd over here winning. I said, oh, okay, this how it goes. See, it's got to manifest in the spiritual before it get to the physical. The court is still on. The case is still going on. My job is to win it. My job is to win it. That's why I tell people, you put me in this little test where I lose my faith and I get my faith back. But that's all that you got. So what made you think I was gonna get attached or get binded to that test? As much as I done been through in my life, as much as I done had to let go of in my life, I had to sacrifice my whole family for God. Not for the devil, not for Satan, not no ritual crazy stuff. Sacrifice my family. When I say that, let me go in detail for you. I had to watch my family be taken from me when I didn't have to accept that my family was being taken from me. And I had to accept that they was wrongfully taking my family from me. That's how it look when you have to sacrifice for God. Because I could have easily shift gears and made you wish you never even thought about crossing me. To you who throw stones from the dark, you Pharisees and you Sadducees out there who do more unto others than you would do for yourself. Now listen now. That's how I know y'all knew I was a high priest or high priestess, because you put all this stuff up, but I'm telling y'all, every single last one of y'all, the person who stole the good talk, person who stole this, person who stole that, person who stole this, person who stole that, and not even just the ones who stole that, ones who sold it stole, the ones who trying to act like they didn't sell it, the one who did this, the one who did that, the one who doing this and the one who doing that, the one who's secretly working for these people and secretly working for these people, the one who's watching me do this, the one who's in my privacy space, the ones who's against me, each and every single body who got in it, I'm telling you, they went all the way back to high school. Every last one of y'all is in spiritual court. And it's like, I have to stand in my power. It's a must that I stand in my power. And I thank God that I continue to stand in my power, because I've been standing in my power for so long, I don't even think I want to get out of my power. I don't even think I want to leave my power. I'm starting to realize I enjoy myself more in my higher self than I did in my old earthly self. Dang, it ain't even that bad to be by yourself. By myself, this is what I gained. I might have lost all the physical, but by myself, being by myself, I healed myself. I feel myself. I look better than any of myselves. Even before I got on drugs, I look better than that self. I built a relationship with God that's really real. You can actually feel it. You can feel it like you can feel your car. I built a relationship with the heavens that's actually real. I feel like I could go to the lake and part the lake myself. Like Moses, just touch it. I ain't messing around, bro. I feel like I could go to the sea and part the sea myself. Because I done built up such a relationship with God. And God done worked them. I'm telling you, you can't buy this. This is worth more. This is priceless. You can't buy this. This is priceless. I know y'all knew that there was a high priest, because you wouldn't have entombed somebody to that degree. Now, I'm telling you, shame on you, and you guilty. And it's time to pay the piper. It ain't no telling how many high priests and high priestess done been decapitated by y'all losers. God didn't create evolution for y'all to kill it. Ain't y'all tired of going in the same circle, buy a car, get a nice house, and let everybody see it so they can talk about it? Talk about your house? That is so irrelevant. That is garbage. As many of us, you fight half the world right now sitting out there saying right now, I can't wait to get this. When I get there, I'm going to be able to buy my mama a house. I'm going to be able to buy my family a car. I'm going to be able to buy my grandparents this. I'm going to be able to buy my lovers this. I'm going to be able to buy myself this. And then what, though? You smart mouth people going to say, yeah, I'm going to be riding. Living good. No, you're not. Because when the way you acting, you're going to immediately get on drugs and you're going to become binded. And the drugs gonna take all of that you just worked for. And if you're not gonna get on drugs, you're gonna get out there and be too sexually active, and that's gonna destroy everything you work for. Somehow, some way, you're gonna get binded to sin. And sin gonna destroy everything you just worked your tail off for. So what's next? It's not worth it. Your life is just as good as the person living in a teepee. You go to sleep in it, you wake up in it. You can drive to the store in your Gators shoes, and they can go out there in their garden and get something to eat. What's the difference? Now you think about that. The only thing I've been seeing people really fight for in this situation, in this little window of time, is to be lazy. That's it. Why do you want to be lazy? I had some of the most best times of my life working. The confrontation, the best time of my life. Trials and tribulations is the best time of your life. Why you want to skip trials and tribulations? I'm telling you, if you was rich, you could do everything in 2 weeks. Buy your mama a house, buy your girlfriend a house, give them everything you want. In 2 weeks, all that's gone. Then what? I know y'all knew, like I said, y'all played a game you shouldn't have played with. And I'm telling you, you lined up in the spiritual. Every last one of y'all depending on my descension. But I ain't planning on descending. I done been up here with God for so long, I feel better than winning. You understand? You hear what I said? I ain't planning on descending. You done left me up here with God for so long, I feel better than winning. I feel good, my body feel good. I feel better than I did when I was 14. That's real. And I just want to say that. I know this mess was all over the place rough, but I just been wanting to get that off my heart because it's amazing. God, I'm going into this new learning thing where we talking about waves, and it's beautiful, but it's sad too, in a good way, because I'm seeing my Father work hard for me, and I just wish I could do a little bit more. I feel like I done did what I can do on this physical plane, and I just feel like I'm not doing enough. Because I'm seeing my Father God, the God of all gods, all our Father, work hard to get me out of this disgustingness that y'all keep fighting to hold on to. If you only knew how the Creator was working hard to fix, you would quit fighting to hold on to it. Because if you think you're going to cross over, let me hush. He told me not to say that. I'm thinking, y'all doing the most. I go there, but I need to stop going there. But I'm telling y'all, man, y'all knew. And it's best that you start owning up to what you really knew. Stop telling lies. I'm telling y'all, I'm so disappointed in y'all, man. Y'all work together to hurt somebody. Y'all work together to ruin the future. Y'all work together to decapitate evolution. Y'all work together to stay stuck. Y'all work together to hurt each other. Y'all work together to contaminate each other. If you can work together, I'm telling you, y'all are quiet about this. Ooh, wee. Y'all are so quiet. Y'all, ooh, wee. Man, it shouldn't be nobody in prison as quiet as y'all is about this. It shouldn't be not one of us in prison as quiet as y'all. Y'all work so good in this situation, the prison count should be very low. Maybe you work so hard and work so good to impress Satan, you just can't wait to hurt somebody, to put somebody in prison and talk bad about somebody actually trying for themselves, to hurt somebody's family. Maybe that's what it is. That's what a perverse world look like. That's what a perverse world look like. I'm ashamed of y'all, man. I'm absolutely ashamed of y'all. Just burned each other up. And then I feel like, I'm telling you, zombie apocalypse. I be in my house and y'all sitting there, stay broke then. And it's probably somebody that's probably really trying to be good to me. But I'm just saying, I don't feel that way in that house. You know how I feel in that house? I feel safe in my room because I done put so much of God in myself and in that room. I feel like it's a sanctuary. I feel like it's the church itself. I feel great in that room. But on the outside, I feel like a bunch of zombies out there that's burnt up. That's just want me, give it to me, baby. And it's the last time you're going to want to give it to anybody. If all the rest of you burn up, you got it, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about this. Don't sit there and roll your mouth up and sit there and say, oh, he talking about us because we contaminated. You know how you feel pity for yourself and want somebody else to feel pity for you? No, I'm talking about you burn up because you don't want to heal yourself. Because some of y'all are dealing with illnesses that the only reason why you still even got the illnesses because you keep dealing with people that's still ill. And you didn't hear that though. You love, oh, it feels so good. And you know they sick. You know they sick. You want to stay over in the sickness, but you want to talk junk to people like me. So I feel like I'm in my house, and I feel like it's a bunch of zombies. It's just a bunch of zombies all over the world. And they come and they want to get him. He the only one got light left. Y'all go to church every Sunday and Wednesday. What? Okay, for what? You either hot or you cold. If you lukewarm, we spitting you out. God will spit you out his mouth. Y'all over there practicing lukewarm like I'm the bad guy. I'm trying to teach you how to heal. I know how to heal. I had to heal myself. I had to heal myself. Y'all want to stay over there with them groups, stay over there with the people because they know secrets about you. See, that's part of healing yourself too. You got to heal your shadows. You got to heal your inner child. If you want to move forward, you got to actually, for real, heal you. Y'all hate healing yourselves because you get into this mode yourself. You get into this attitude. But that's the attitude you need to pay attention to. Let it go already. Otherwise, you're going to keep double dutching in your sins. Keep telling yourself lies that you're going to eventually heal you.